This presentation will be for anyone who is looking to get into wildlife management or anyone interested in the topic, wanting to know what communication skills you will need to be successful as a scientist, but also in the field of wildlife management. First off, I want to start with what is wildlife management? Wildlife management is known as the study of science focusing in managing wildlife populations and their habitats to benefit the environment, people, and the animals themselves. Wildlife management also includes the management of people and their interactions with wildlife. So it involves culling and keeping track of endangered wildlife, controlling pest populations, and implementing bans on animals like feeding of dingoes or wangari over on Gagari Island. So it involves a lot of many things that come together in wildlife management. Why is communication so important in wildlife or the management of wildlife? Communicating within wildlife management is an essential skill you will need to master to be a successful wildlife scientist, strong advocate, or environmentalist. Wildlife play an important role on this earth, from bees with the process of pollination to the dispersal of seeds due to birds creating new forests. Wild, wild animals are an important part of our biodiversity. For some people and communities, wild animals are a food and clothing source and play an integral part in promoting tourism and cultural icons like our kangaroos and the American bald eagle. Wildlife makes our world move. Thus, it is crucial for seamless communication, not just within wildlife management, but all of the community for the protection of our current and future wildlife. Now, I've got a really interesting watch for you. Cheryl Kersken, sorry if I butchered her name, goes over why communicating in the sciences is crucial for scientists to make an impact on our world. Communication is the main centerpiece and the most important skill in wildlife management, ensuring successful team collaboration, community engagement, and policy advocacy for sustainable conservation practices for the protection of our wildlife. The importance of communication within a team to effectively and efficiently produce results or to get to a goal is a key skill in the sciences, as you'll be working with teams of scientists, conservationists, and policymakers, also community members to achieve such goals. Sarah J. Johnson mentioned meetings play a crucial role in team interactions, aiming to enhance creativity, collaboration, and productivity when organized correctly. Wildlife managers must ensure collaboration with the ability to communicate seamlessly between people from different backgrounds. Some examples from this looks like simplifying complex concepts, effectively translating them for different disciplinaries and can understand, or during wildlife reintroduction projects. Wildlife managers may need to explain the importance of a species to both ecologists and local logistics teams when out in the field to ensure proper care is being used. As a scientist or environmentalist, one of the best ways to inform the general public about wildlife is to engage with local communities with wildlife exhibits, educating people on wildlife or even endangered wildlife. Forrester et al. Found examples of non-formal education settings, including community workshops, educational programs at aquariums and zoos, youth camps, and similar organized events and enrichment programs to be informative when educating the public about wildlife. Sometimes they pop up in your local town. We had one pop up at our local shopping center, and they had different types of reptiles like snakes, frogs, and lizards. And it was really motivating to be able to learn and ask questions about our native wildlife. Advocacy and policy development are crucial components in wildlife management, as conservation efforts often require legal protection, funding, and public support. Communication skills are essential for scientists to point a spotlight on these issues for decision makers like government. As wildlife managers, you'll need to process the ability to communicate complex scientific findings in a digestible and actionable way for policymakers and stakeholders to interpret the data, such as presenting the data as charts and graphs, to making scientific evidence compelling and easy to interpret, but also preparing detailed and accessible policy briefs, reports, and environmental impact assessments. So you'll be writing and talking to government and organizations quite often to bring attention to issues like endangered wildlife numbers and migration pattern impacts. And outreach are key aspects of wildlife management as it aims to inform and inspire audiences to engage in conservation efforts. Communication skills play a central role in educating the public with public awareness campaigns such as Save Our Heritage, um, and also ban the Opera House style Yabinet campaign here in New South Wales. Another powerful tool is with the rise of digital communication. Wildlife managers rely on social media and online platforms like Facebook and YouTube to engage global audiences by content creating, designing visually appealing and informative posts and videos. A wildlife manager might use Instagram to showcase a recovery of an endangered species while providing actionable steps followers can take to support conservation efforts. One community outreach program in Southeast Asia over 6 years aimed to lower poaching in this area by raising awareness, offering opportunities for action, and generate social pressure against poaching at 110 outreach events using encounter rates with poaching signs and questionnaires. This found to drop poaching rates quite considerably. I recommend you give this paper a read. Communication skills are an essential aspect of wildlife management and play a central role in ensuring the conservation efforts, whether it's collaborating in a team of different disciplines, engaging with local communities, influencing policy, or raising public awareness through campaigns. Effective communication bridges the gap between scientific knowledge and actionable change. Wildlife managers must master a range of skills, including technical writing, public speaking, negotiation, and outreach to communities from different cultures and languages to inspire collaboration and audiences to act. I've got this really amazing quote for you guys that I found. We did not inherit the earth from our ancestors, but we borrowed it from our children. And it's a Native American proverb. Thank you for listening to my presentation about the importance of communication within wildlife management. It can be easy as taking a picture of our native wildlife, doing it respectively, of course, to the animal and uploading it online. It's a form of communication which I challenge you to do. Thank you.